A Hawaii resident reported losing $6,000 in a sweepstakes scam on the BBB scam tracker. The Better Business Bureau warns that customers should never pay money to claim a prize. Joining us with more is Roseanne Freitas, Public Relations and Communications Manager with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Roseanne. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Ross.
Now, first off, Roseanne, what demographic is the primary target for these scams?
Well, the primary target is 55 and older. So, yes, it is our older demographic. They tend to go for these more often. And our report showed that 72% of these reports were actually from that age group. Also, of those older consumers who were targeted, 91% reported that they had lost money, which is a large percentage. And the average loss was $978, compared that to the age group of 18 to 54, which was only $279. So a big difference. We do know that during the pandemic, the losses actually increased, the dollar amount increased. And that really had a lot to do with that isolation, financial concerns. But the other thing we do know is that as people get older, they become a little more vulnerable, and they start to have a little bit of a mental decline and some issues with understanding finances. So those are what we did see in that demographic.
Now, what channels are scammers using for their cons, and what do they want?
So what they tend to, they reach out to us via phone calls, emails, social media, our regular mailbox, and of course text messages. We also see that they do impersonations. The biggest one is the Publishers Clearinghouse. However, they can, for those states that have lotteries, they can impersonate those authorities as well. So what they want is they tell you you won, but however, you need to pay the taxes. And they want you to pay those taxes either with a gift card or transferring money or a bank deposit or even sending cash via regular mail. However, that price doesn't exist. And unfortunately, people are out a lot of money before they figure that out.
Now, Roseanne, how can people tell if they're fake sweepstakes or lottery offers versus the real ones?
Well, one big red flag is if they ask you to pay money. You are not going to pay money to win. Yes, there are taxes associated with that, but that you don't pay up front. That comes from your winnings. So once they start to ask you to pay them, it's a red flag. Also, if you didn't enter, you can't win. That's how that works too. So if you've never entered anything, you are not likely to win anything. You can also call those companies directly and pick up the phone and ask them. One thing to know with Publishers Clearinghouse, they don't call people in advance to let them know that they won. They actually do come and knock at your door. So they're not going to call you to let you know that in advance. You can also check if it's a state lottery with those states, if you've won anything. And as our go-to, right, do that research. Check the name of the person contacting you. Check the company. Verify if this is even a legitimate email address. Also know that law enforcement will not contact you about these prizes. That's not what they do. And then one thing really good now, whenever any of this happens, talk to either a trusted friend or even your bank and run it by them to let them know. Also, Ross, there are so many places people can report this. If that becomes an issue, they can report that to us at our scam tracker. They can also report that to the Federal Trade Commission. And we have a whole list, which I'm sure you will be putting on your website.
And of course, yeah, for more information on reporting a scam, because it's so important for everyone else to know, just go to our website at kh12.com. Thank you very much, Roseanne, on those great tips, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Ross.